Welcome to the Sarah Scoop Show. It's time to get the scoop with Sarah.
Hey guys, my name's Conner Saeli. I was on season 15 of The Bachelorette and season 6 of Bachelor in Paradise. Yeah, so I'd always wanted to start my own business, even from a pretty young age. And that's actually why I ended up leaving working at Goldman Sachs, which is what I was doing before I went on The Bachelorette. Ended up going on The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise. And after those shows, I kind of got back to the idea of, okay, what did I want to do before these shows? And that was start a business. And I just started thinking of ideas. And one that came up was, something related to sleeping. On the show, I slept terribly. We would take melatonin every night, and honestly, we still wouldn't sleep. And then, seeing yourself on TV every day is pretty stressful in itself. So it was kind of hard to fall asleep for a pretty long period of time during and after the shows. And so I really set out to solve that problem for myself and ended up, trying a bunch of products. Some worked, some didn't. And, thought, hey, maybe I can make something here that will really help me. And after doing some research on sleeping as well, realized that it's a huge problem in the United States. I think it's over 43% of people don't sleep well at least one night a week. So it was a huge issue amongst people in the country and with myself, and kind of just started working on that idea, got connected with the right people for it, and really brought it to life. We ended up making 2 products to start. We have a sleep gummy and an apple cider vinegar gummy. So they're both great products. And, it was really cool just to see something through from really an idea to creating a physical product and then sharing that with everyone. So it's been such a rewarding and awesome experience to, own a business and kind of see that through. And whether it, becomes a billion-dollar company someday or, just a small business, I'm so grateful for that whole experience to be able to, really start something and kind of grow it into what it is today. I really enjoyed both of those experiences. I know there's a lot of stressful moments and it's not fun getting dumped on TV and all that stuff. But overall, you get to meet so many cool people, travel around the world, and you learn so much about yourself too. So I'm super grateful for those experiences. I really had no intention of ever going on TV in my life. I had seen the show when I was younger. I used to watch with my sister and then my friends when I was in high school. And it was kind of a joke between us when I was in high school of, okay, if Conner's 24, 25 and single, we're going to nominate him to be in The Bachelorette. And flash forward a few years, a couple years out of college into working, I was single. I got a phone call after Thanksgiving of 2018, I think. And it was a producer from the show, and they were like, hey, someone nominated you to be on the show. Turns out it was one of those friends from high school. They didn't tell me about it. And someone nominated you. Would you be interested? And I was like, sure. I'm about to leave working here. This is kind of like the perfect moment in my life to do it. So really just kind of went with it from there. And crazy, a few months later, found myself on TV. So I think after The Bachelorette, I had a great experience with that. And, obviously Paradise is something that you can do after. There were girls from Colton's season that I was potentially interested in who I had a good feeling might be there on Paradise. So I was definitely open and excited about going there. You never know if you're actually going to be chosen to go. But I definitely wanted to go down there and, hopefully find love or at least have a shot at it. Both very different experiences. I would say I enjoyed The Bachelorette more from the standpoint of, it's such a unique experience. You're traveling around the world, going to these amazing locations, and you're with a tight knit group of guys that you really get to know well. I think that is just so cool. And, you're really all your attention is focused on one girl and developing your connection with that one girl. So I really liked that experience. I think if I were to have to do, not have to, but if I were to do a show again in the Bachelor world, I actually think I would choose that over going to Paradise, just because I think it's, to me, it was just a cooler experience, I guess. Paradise obviously is very different. I think the thing I liked about Paradise is you get to spend more time with whoever you're interested in. So, through the course of a month and a half on Hannah's season, I maybe spent 4 or 5 hours with her in total, which is kind of crazy to think that I was about to bring her home to my whole family to meet them. But flash forward to Paradise, in a single day with Kaylin, who I was hanging out with initially, I had spent probably double the amount of time with her than I had spent with Hannah over the course of a month and a half. So I think that's why you see a lot of successful Paradise couples, is just because you actually get to spend more time with these people, get to know them better, and really like put your undivided attention towards them. Whereas on The Bachelorette, there's obviously like a lot of drama amongst the guys in the house, and really you don't spend much time with them until kind of the very end. I would just say that I'm excited to finally announce that I am officially stronger than Mike Johnson. Mike was probably one of the strongest guys on our season, I would say. And I'm finally, stronger than him now. It's a big milestone for me. I beat him in arm wrestling. He won't admit it, but I did. He's not here to say anything otherwise, but no, I'm excited to be living with him. It'll be a good time, and excited to kind of share that with everyone else as well. Obviously on the show, you're potentially gone for up to 2 months, and you're, kind of out of your element. You don't have your phone, you can't watch TV. And so if you're not on a date during the day, all you do is just kind of hang out, talk to the guys, just chill and get to know each other. And even on the dates, like, you're going through such uncomfortable experiences, and doing that with someone else is a natural kind of bonding thing to go through. So in a way, it almost makes like this fraternity of people where you go through this shared experience and you really get to know each other. Because if you think about it, I spent 5 hours with Hannah over a month and a half. I spent every single day with the guys, some more than others that made it later on in the season. But that's why you see more friendships come out of the show than I think relationships, just because it's a very cool shared experience to go through. But really, I think we're all in a way friends, right? Just because you bond over that. Some people who, are around on the season longer, you develop that relationship and friendship more. So someone like Mike, we were roommates at the Bachelor Mansion in Scotland, Latvia, and Amsterdam. And so we were kind of roommates throughout that whole experience, really bonded over that. And I think we kind of just we're very like-minded individuals, very passionate about business and, ultimately being successful. So we're super excited to be living together, just because we think we're kind of both, drive each other to push each other further and really achieve our goals. So we're both pumped about that. But I'd say overall, all the guys from the show for the most part are friends and, close for the most part. That's tough. I would say favorite place I've been ever was Machu Picchu in Peru. So cool out there. I went with my mom and dad over, I think it was my spring break, senior year of high school. So, senior year of high school, most people are going to like Punta Cana or Cabo, just drinking the whole time. But I've always loved doing like outdoorsy adventurous stuff, and my parents do as well. So we went down there. We hiked in the Andes Mountains for 7 days to Machu Picchu. So it was just the coolest experience being out there, and definitely like one of the most memorable trips that I've been on in my life. I don't know if Mike is a Justin Bieber fan. Yummy. Mike's a big yummy guy. All right. No, so funny story. When I was in high school, this kid that I was really good friends with, he was obsessed with Justin Bieber, and like to kind of a creepy extent. And there was one day where he was always trying to like get in touch with Justin and like talk to him on the phone. It was a really weird situation. I didn't fully understand it, but because of that, I always like knew about Justin and everything. But this kid, he actually got Justin's number somehow and would like call him and text him. Really weird. And Justin got so fed up with it that he tweeted, "Call me," and he put my buddy's number. And my friend, he had to get a new phone just because it wasn't usable anymore. He just gets so many calls and texts that it wasn't he wasn't capable of using the phone. So he had to get a new number, new phone. But I think Justin, I kind of grew up when he was becoming kind of like the big star that he is today. So had always kind of followed his music and everything. And I just think he always puts out jams. There's some people that definitely love to hate on his music, but at the end of the day, he has really good songs. So, if anyone listens to those, they're going to be dancing around. They'd be lying if they said they weren't. Mike's is yummy. I think Baby is a classic. I like the ones where he collabs with another artist. So I like Baby, Despacito. I like that one. Or I'm the One. That I think that's a really good one. I'm trying to think of the songs that are solely his. I don't know. I mean, I think those three are really, really good ones for sure. Yeah. That's a good question because I didn't really do a lot for it's crazy thinking back on that time now because it's from April through June. It's what did I do? This year I feel like has gone by really fast, but in the moment it went by really slow because kind of wake up and do nothing all day. So there's a couple moments. The first one was when the quarantine first started. Actually, I was and this is back in mid-March. I was if I have to stay cooped up in my house for a month or however long it was going to be, and no one knew how long it was going to be at that point, it's I might as well do it in a pretty beautiful place where I can go outside and stuff. And so I put a twin bed in the back of my trunk. It fit perfectly. Put all my stuff in this car and drove down to Big Bend National Park, which is about 9 or 10 hours away from Dallas. And I was literally just going to camp out there for a month. Just be a wildernessy guy, all of that. Just go on hikes all day. And I was so pumped for it. And I got down there, did it for about a week. And then they ended up shutting the park down, and they shut down basically every city within 100 miles of the park. So I had no option but to come back home. So I went back to Dallas and kind of stayed there for about 3 months. And then for the 4th of July, I ended up driving back to Michigan, which is where I'm from originally, and went to our family's lake house for about 2 or 3 weeks, which was really nice just because I hadn't seen my parents since January, I think. Got to see my sister and her fiance up there as well. So it was just so nice to get back home with some family. I had other roommates at the time, and it was, I think after a while you kind of get in each other's nerves a little bit. So I think it was good for all of us to spend a little time apart because we had been cooped up for 3-4 months. So those were probably two good moments. I don't know. I've always thought I'm a pretty independent person that likes to do kind of, I like my own solitude, I guess. I like to do a lot of things on my own. So I was really excited about it because I thought I was going to love it. And I think what I realized from being down there is that I love being around people as well. Even though I'm kind of a quiet guy, I love just like being near other people to where if you want to, you can do something with them and like have fun, do whatever. So I realized that a few days in where I was like, oh, it'd be nice to like be doing this with someone else or hang with someone else. So if it got to a full month, I might have started to go a little crazy. Who knows? I think everything happens for a reason. So it all worked out to where I had to go back. So I went to SMU for college. So that's kind of the reason I ended up there. And after college, ended up working down there at Goldman Sachs for a couple of years. So ended up staying down in Texas. Growing up in Michigan, it's obviously pretty cold. So I think after living there for 18 years of my life, it's like, it'd be nice to get some warmer weather. So I've kind of moved from one extreme to the other. The winters are really cold in Michigan. The summers are way too hot here in Texas. It's been like 105 every day this week. So it's brutal, but it's nice come fall or spring or winter too, even where in Michigan there's tons of snow. Here it's it doesn't really snow. Like when I'm happiest, I'm either by a beach or by a pool hanging out. And that was something I was like, all right, if I know that, then let's just make that a reality in life, right? So we have a lot of cool stuff coming up, actually. So I am on a new TV show. That should be exciting for everyone to see. I'm not going to spoil it and tell what it is, but it's I don't think anyone from the show has ever really made like this type of crossover. So it's not like a MTV show or something like that. It's it's a new, very like respectable show. So I'm super excited about it to watch it. We wrapped filming for that about a month ago, I think. So I believe it's premiering September 17th, and then I'll probably be coming on sometime mid-October. So that's super exciting, working on that, trying to develop this YouTube channel a little bit more, which is cool. It's been fun filming a lot of those videos. Mike and I just filmed some good ones last night. And then my other friend and I were working on a new real estate project, actually. And we're working really hard on that. Been traveling around a lot over the last week and a half, like looking at different locations for it. And the cool thing about that is we actually might have a show on that as well. So we're working on it. I never thought I would be on TV if you asked me 2 years ago. And even after the Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise, I wasn't necessarily planning on being on TV again. But these kind of like random things have popped up over the last, 2 months basically. And, it's been cool to be a part of it, but also just to be a part of like outside of the TV aspect. Cause at the end of the day, I don't really care about being on TV. It's just like living through those experiences and getting to know those people has been so cool. And, honestly, like a lot of fun, and developed a lot of great, relationships and friendships from those. So super grateful for, everything that's happened to me over the last couple of years, and excited to kind of see, what more is to come. Mike and I have a lot of big goals coming up for, everything. So we're, super pumped to kind of get that stuff going. If anyone's been following me, they probably know I'm not the best social media guy, but I've only posted a few times this year. Like during the quarantine, I tried to kind of take a break from it a little bit and really focus more on myself. And I said this on another podcast last week or a couple weeks ago, just like people always ask me, why are you single? It's like, like no one likes to hear that question, but everyone always asks like, why are you single? Why are you single? And, you always answer like, oh, I don't know, I'm picky or something like that. Right. But someone asked me that a while ago, and I thought about it the next day, and I was like, maybe I should actually figure out why I'm single, and thought about it for a while and read a couple books and everything, and it really helped me like realize why I am the way that I am, and like the past relationships and experiences that I've been through, and how that's shaped me in relationships and what I'm looking for. So tried to take a break from social media and all that stuff during the quarantine to really like figure out myself in a way. I think that's a great thing about going on the shows too, is even though your whole life is broadcast on TV for a couple months, it is an incredible learning experience, and you learn so much about yourself. And I really think, had I not gone on those shows, who knows where I would be today. But I really think it's helped me mature a lot in a lot of different ways. And particularly over the last, like, probably 8 months since those shows were over, where, those happened, they aired on TV, and I was really able to reflect on those experiences and about my life. So I'm super grateful for that time. But back to what we were talking about, I'll try and post updates on social media. I'm trying to get better at social media. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a terrible texter, terrible, like, staying in contact with people, but I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress with that. So trying to kind of like open up my life more to people and, have people following the updates. But, just been working super hard on a lot of this stuff. So excited to kind of finally see it come to fruition and then share it with everyone.
Thank you for watching The Sarah Scoop Show. Head to sarahscoop.com for more.